Welcome to Old Gray Bricks. We're glad everybody is here. As the music doesn't turn down until... All right, hello, everybody. Welcome to Old Gray Bricks. We are glad you are here. We have... some of our crew is missing because they're traveling or just being lazy like Matt. Anyway, but we're glad you're here. Glad you're hanging out with us. And let's see, we've got a few folks already in the chat. Axel Plate, it is a messy Monday. Stever is here. Brickaway Beach, good evening. Hello, how are you? You may be a new viewer if I've never noticed you before, but hello, welcome. This is Old Gray Bricks. We are just hanging out, talking, and most of us are from Georgia except for Mr. Canada, who is from Canada. So,
hey.
Hang on, I have to use it because this is my new gift for Jeff. And yeah, very well, Jeff. I love it. Anyway, so hope you guys are having a great evening. Thanks for hanging out with us. And we'll spin around the room. Our Messy Monday, if this is your first time, Messy Monday is just us hanging out. On Thursday's show, we generally sometimes have a topic.
Generally sometimes.
Yes. You are our token Canuck. That's right. It's live show. Oh, good. Well, I'm glad Brickway Beach, you have joined us. So if you're here, make that smashing thing and hit the buttons and the bells and the things, and that'll be great. Appreciate all the things. All right, let's do a spin around the room. Our friend Aubrey, our newest Old Gray Brick. You're an old soul, Old Gray Brick.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Can I just tell you something? You were totally welcome on the show. We were so glad to hear you first time. But when you on your own pushed your glasses up, the nerd call, because that's something we do, right there, you cleaned out some cholesterol. You went right to my heart right there. It was great. So, anyway, how are you this evening?
I am good. Yeah, I had a pretty big Lego weekend. I have a surprise to show you guys.
Ooh, surprises.
Oh, yes, she did.
That was my first classic space set. And pulled the trigger on that. I'm super excited to build it. And I picked up a bunch of bulk Lego this past weekend. So I've got a lot of bricks to sort, but I'm really excited for doing mocks will be much easier.
So I have to ask, because I saw a picture with you and a certain British individual.
Yes.
Did you made a pilgrimage to the Harris estate?
I did. Yeah. So it was a long Sunday. We were in the
car. Not a day drive, is it?
We were in the car for about 7 hours. So took us about 3 hours to get there, and we stopped by Atlanta Brick Co. on the way back. So
a full day.
Yeah, a very full Lego day. Basic AFOL Sunday, you know.
Awesome. So now, did you purchase this bulk from Martin, or was he gifting you something?
It was a gift because I went and picked it up.
In other words, he's like, if you come take this from me, I'll give it to you.
Essentially, yes. He was like, if you can come get it in this time frame, then I'll give it to you. If not, I'm gonna figure something else out. So,
well, that is awesome then. That is even better.
I'm super excited. I don't have a lot of bulk, so for me, it's gonna be so much easier to create things, and won't have to wait on Bricklink orders to do that. So
I'm going to be doing interviewee questions with you on this because this is just fun. So was this a bulk purchase that he had done and that just didn't do anything with, and he just needed to get rid of it, or was this past projects that is in this tub or something?
I think the majority of it was bulk that he had gotten for a good deal, and he did go through it and kind of take out the minifigures and the stuff that he can resell.
Gotcha.
So I wasn't necessarily worried about that. I just wanted the bricks.
Right. He got his money out of it, so for him, this was all just fodder that he's like.
He didn't just give me this lot that he purchased.
Right.
He got them for a good deal. Ended up kind of rummaging through them, taking out parts that he wanted, that he thought he could use. And he just was trying to downsize his bulk because he had a lot more than what he gave me.
Oh, I'm sure. No, I know what he was doing without even. That's why I'm asking, just because I'm curious to see if it's what I envisioned him doing.
Yeah.
And so, no, that's exactly what he did, and that's cool. He's definitely doing a pay it forward, and I know that will live with you, and you will pay it forward down the line, and that's how this works, and that's all.
Yeah, and it's really great because it's like I can't afford to just drop a bunch of hundreds of dollars on bulk Lego, so it's definitely gonna make a lot of things easier. But sorting is gonna be a project.
So my recommendation is sort by color first, and then break them out by part type. It'll make your brain process them easier by color.
Yep.
For the first round through, it just and then
I feel like it's like a little bit more mindless to sort color. Like it's pretty easy to watch TV or listen to a podcast or something while I'm doing it.
Exactly.
Or talk to us on Old Gray Bricks. That is fairly mindless. So
well, yeah, right.
Or listen to old episodes of Old Gray Bricks. That'll definitely keep you mindless or put you to sleep. One of the two.
Yeah, don't do that. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right, good deal. Well, I spoke to said British individual and everything. He said, here, and he sent me a picture and he goes, hey, do you want this? And it's pictures of some old classic space, like canopies and stuff. And he goes, would you like this space rubbish? He put the word rubbish.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to respond to the rubbish part because I want the parts, but I'm not offended. I actually want to call him and hear him just say space rubbish.
Yep.
Because
space
that
rubbish
would be amazing. So
yeah.
Keep all your retro space stuff away from me, Benny.
one of my favorite lines in that movie. That's so great. All right, let's go. Let's swing up to Canada. Is it snowing in Canada? What is the weather in Canada?
It was sunny today and 15 Celsius, so probably about 40, somewhere in 40 and 50 range.
Abu?
It was warm. It was nice.
All
the
right,
snow is pretty much done now. All of our forecasts are, raindrops versus snowflakes.
I had to put the abooted there for it because you abooted us very well. So. All right. Yeah. So in Georgia, you need to pray for us because we have no idea what season it is right now. Today was low 50s and nasty windy weather. Tomorrow, 82. So
but this morning it was nice. It's weird. It was like warmer this morning than it was this afternoon. That's anti-logical. So
yeah. So I'm supposed to have an outdoor Easter egg hunt on Saturday where it's going to flood. So we're moving it indoors. I'm just going to say, I don't care if it's raining or not. You guys are coming indoors. Anyway, so let's go to Canada. Beauty. What's going on?
Do Easter eggs float or sink? Just curious.
Depends on what's in them.
Yeah, probably. It depends on the quality of the chocolate.
That's right. Chocolate. No. Tootsie Rolls, baby. I'm cheap.
Oh, fair enough. Okay.
And they look like rabbit
you can get some pretty cheap tasting chocolate. I'll say that. But anyway.
Burn on America. I agree. But anyway.
No, I even hear like some of the Easter eggs they sell they're just crap. Anyway. Maybe I have higher chocolate tastes than most or something. Anyway. So yeah, I've been just sorting away, as you can see by the piles of stuff over here. Didn't really get much done this weekend. I had a relaxing weekend. Pretty much I'm done sorting my transparent parts, so I'm happy with that. I discovered this relic from years gone by, which is not all together, but it's
I remember that.
Using the old Duplo container or Duplo cockpit that's really dirty. And it actually you pulled that back to open it up. So
I've got that in the classic yellow, and I think I remember being I am super impressed that you got all that to marry up and seal, but I could never do it.
Yeah, it was fun. And I mean, it was a cargo transport with the magnets. I like cargo spaces for some reason. I don't know. But beyond that, I just registered two of my mocks for Brickworld. By the way, up to 1,123 attendees now.
Jeez.
So that's getting there. I think the deadline for registering mocks is the end of the month. So
I know I haven't done that yet.
In my head, that's when it was. So
Hey Aubrey, Hey Aubrey,
Okay.
there's a on the Discord. There's a thingamabobby for the
Oh, yeah,
sign
well-
up if you want to hang out at the lug table.
Yep. Okay. I need to do that.
Yeah, sorry, May 18th is actually the last time to register your mocks. But yeah, I kind of decided what I'm going to bring, which is my Space Hainer. I'm going to revamp it a little bit so it doesn't run off the table. And the Classic Space Mosaic, I'm just going to keep it easy. No trailer this time. So
That's good.
Good plan.
Yeah. That's about it. Not much
Good
going
deal.
on.
You are coming back to Atlanta, though, correct?
Yep, the castle will be coming to Atlanta, as will I. Which means I can't take the I-70 on the way home, or I-77 on the way home, which sucks. But oh well.
Oh, why can't because of the bumps and stuff?
Well, I-77 is goes up a cliff face with high winds.
Oh, so
It's
fun.
like going up into West Virginia
Mm.
and stuff, or I guess it's.
Are you
North Carolina.
afraid?
I don't want to when I drove back last time. I love that road because it goes through some tunnels and stuff. It's a fun road to drive on. But just coming on the way back, it was just, if it is a windy day, I don't want to see my trailer fly off the back or anything.
I understand. Did you do Mont Eagle? Did you come through Chattanooga by any chance when you came to Atlanta this time?
I stopped in because I stopped in Lexington for the night, and then I came through Chattanooga, and then basically just kind of went like this into Atlanta. So I came through your area as well, Chris, I think.
Yep, you did. I hate Mont Eagle, and I know if I lived in the mountains, Mont Eagle would not be a big thing, but as a Southerner with racing slick tires, I do not like Mont Eagle because it is steep grade and all that kind of stuff. I just don't like it.
Yeah, fair enough.
I
I didn't notice it as I was driving over it or down it or up it, whichever direction it was.
I always love the the dirt chutes for the trucks to go runaway trucks
Those are
and
fun.
stuff like that. Yeah, I'm like, I kind of want to see that, but I don't. So
There's lots of YouTube videos.
I was gonna say, well, not that I've seen it on YouTube, but I have seen one when I lived in Colorado. It's freaky. So yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, let's just go ahead and just because we've all been watching Doug. Hello, Doug.
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 He was whining for like 20 minutes, putting his head right in my lap. You can't ignore that. A little whine, the head right in your lap. He wanted attention.
Doug, he wants one attention, no matter the size. He wants one.
Douglas, don't eat cardboard. Douglas, do you want to snuggle or not? Because right now you're just licking Natalie. Natalie, can you bring your mock over or no? Natalie's getting her mock. I am getting closer and closer to being done with the mall.
Oh, that's so amazing.
That's
So
awesome.
wait.
Isn't it a Malzing?
That's just one light. There's
You
the one
say
light.
it's a Malzing?
Yeah,
It is a Malzing.
Pay no attention to the Canadian jokes.
That's just another word for dad joke.
So I just got to finish the soffit around the side, do a little cleanup with some, I need some mall plants and stuff, and redo the glass that I took down to get inside, and it's pretty much done and ready for new Hashiva.
That's super amazing. Super amazing.
Lots of light.
What's the sign on the side say?
It's katakana, which is what they use for words that are not Japanese or Chinese derived. And since
Okay.
mall is obviously not, so it's ma, and you extend the ah, and then you go ru. So it's mall.
Is that Mo in the front?
Okay.
Oh, that's mom.
Okay. I forget.
Brian and I are arguing over who remembers katakana from college. So Brian and I took 2.5 years of Japanese, and we barely remember anything. Other than,
Doesn't Ninjago have its own katakana variation?
Yeah. Yes, they ripped off katakana. So
Yeah.
katakana. So yeah, but
Which is actually a ripoff of the hiragana, but that's a whole other story.
it's just like, listen, I get it. How do you write stuff in Japanese that came from not Japan or Chinese or like a Chinese based or Asian based society, which your writing is based off of? that'd be hard. So, anyways, this
I
is
totally have no idea what y'all are talking about, but
I
please.
just think it's funny that both you and Brian took Japanese.
yeah. The professor knew we were dating, and so she would come in every Monday, and you have to carry on a conversation. And she would ask me in Japanese if I went on a date shimashita. Brian Santo date shimasu ka? And I would say, hey, he didn't. And she would make the whole class laugh at Brian not taking me on a date. And that's how you say date in Japanese is deito.
Whoa, what do we got going on there?
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Come closer, Nat. What are you building, Natalie? Nothing. We're building a castle
Cool.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
because we're like the castle. She wants to be a castle gal.
Yeah,
Not a castle
there you
gal.
go.
Ooh, look at that interior.
Yeah, look at that
That's awesome.
floor.
Red carpet and everything.
Oh yeah.
That looks awesome so far.
Yeah, and we collabed on the doors. She needed help on the doors, so we collabed together. I gave her the mechanism and she dressed him up.
The light gray area inside the dark gray area, it almost looks like little castle turrets.
It does. I like it, Natalie.
It looks like it spells the word wow.
With that too.
Oh, my gosh.
It does. Castle Wow.
Castle wow.
You're not gonna say anything at all? We gotta I don't know.
Hey, we're
Hey,
getting her to
that's
show
okay.
something.
That's
That's all
okay.
that matters.
Anyways. So we're going to Kentucky this week to visit my dad and my stepmom, so we will not be on Thursday. So that's why I'm trying to finish this so I can go on the new Hashima Discord and say, listen, I finished a double whammy cube because this is a 2-cuber. So I can say, listen, I have the bathhouse is below me and it is 90% finished, and this big boy is all finished. I've been productive. Because there are people who are starting to sketch their cubes, so I want to be not that person.
But those are probably people like Simon who can, kick out a mock every 3 hours.
Simon's
Oh, that's Bill?
Simon's posting progress pictures, so
Yeah,
he's
I know.
obviously building too. So I'm just
I
saying,
know, I'm just saying.
I'm trying to be the good new person. Okay.
I think Simon's got one done and he's working on another.
He made this awesome crane, and I commented, only
Yeah.
you can make cranes look sexy.
Yeah. So he's got the crane, but now he's working on that apartment house.
Yes.
Is that Simon or that, because that's a different, is
No,
that still Simon?
That's
yeah,
the-
because there's
yeah.
like four. They're like so the size of New Hashima. So if you know Stefan's like base build from ABC or from Brook Fair, Alabama, 2022. If you know the size of that display, it's going to be now 3 times that size.
Sorry. What I was getting at is that Simox is Simon Liu, but there's also someone on Instagram called Simon Mox. Is that also Simon?
Yes, I think so.
Oh, wait a minute. Now you got me wondering.
Because I thought it was him as well, and then I was looking at the builds, and it's like, I don't know if that's him or not.
Maybe he has an evil doppelganger. All I know is there's like 8 builders in the dock area.
Oh, AFOL from Germany, so he is not. That is not him.
Okay.
Okay, then I guess there's like 8 or 9 people. Connor Lil from Arlug's also building in the docks. I mean, every section has like 8 builders because it's just gonna be that big.
Yeah, when you sent me that layout, I was like, oh my gosh, that is. It's gonna be really cool when it all.
It's gonna be
comes
massive.
together.
I'm really
Yeah.
happy. I'm in the inner section, which means I do my setup on Wednesday and Thursday morning, and then like it's the intersection, so it's done already. And all the drama on the outer sections, I don't have to be part of it.
Yep.
So
It's insane that you have to schedule when you're going to be in there.
Yeah, that's,
Well, I mean,
that's so crazy.
there's so many people. As I said, there's like 7, 8, 9 builders per section, and then they have the monorail going through it. I mean, it's nuts. So
And it's the brick built monorail too, isn't it?
mhm.
Yeah.
I'm just making square cubes with cool lights in them.
And killing it. Killing it.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it. I'm so bummed that I'm not going to be there in person to see it. So I hope it will be a traveling show.
I think they're gonna do like a not a live stream, but I think they're gonna set up a camera and have what do you call it, where you do time capturing of the whole setup. So they were gonna post that.
So it'll show the fist fights, about midday on Friday.
Then the drinking later in the night, like at 2 a.m. and then somebody who's a little too tipsy knocks over the tower. Then the next morning
staggers in.
Yeah. Someone comes in the morning and goes like, "What happened?" It's gonna happen.
There's the word. Captain Xavier has slipped in on us. How are you, sir?
I'm good. I went to Pennsylvania this weekend
on purpose
to hunt zombies.
Okay.
But whilst there, I did some Lego shopping. I went into a Walmart to get Nerf supplies, but discovered that they had the minifigs on clearance. So I managed to pick up 3 more orcs and 3 more falconers. And then also found a Dollar General that had Series 22 minifigs on clearance and got a bunch of them. I got 2 more bards, 3 of the Moon Warrior lady, 1 of the Ice Warriors, and 2 of the robots, but I thought they were bards. The eyes on the little robot fooled me into thinking they were the coins. A friend of mine then went to a toy fair that was happening in the Tacoma area whilst I was away, I think, and managed to grab me a whole bunch of classic Castle minifigures.
Nice. Ooh, very nice.
Good ones in there. He called me while I was in Pennsylvania and did a video chat going, which ones do you want? I'm like, I'll take that one and that bag and those. He made off with some monorail, some pirate hulls, a bunch of classic pirate, some classic 3 classic of the water islands, the mountains, the raised base plates that have the water on them. So from the either Eldorado Fortress, Rock Island Refuge, or the Imperial Trading Post. I think you got 2 of the Rock Island Refuge and 1 of the Imperial ones. So he made out like a rat, but he's not as into castle as I am, so he hooked me up with the castle stuff. I'm in the process of sorting my treasure. I have my bin of Lego gold coins.
Nice.
And I'm up to 36 of the new crown coins, the little ones with the crown on them.
Oh, very cool.
So, yeah.
Cool.
My British square has been savaged by a giant feline. There are soldiers scattered everywhere. That's the news here.
Good, man. It's been a while since we've seen you. Life going well?
I've been busy getting ready for, the event this weekend, and then in 2 weeks I've got another even larger event in Baltimore. I've got guys coming literally from all over the world to hunt zombies with me, so that's going to be a lot of fun.
Cool. Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome. All right. Remind everybody where to find your YouTube channel for your nerfing and other things.
What?
Tell people how to find you for your nerfing and all your other activities on the YouTubes.
I am Captain Xavier everywhere.
Okay, there you go.
Nerf, if you just search YouTube for Captain Xavier, you'll find me. If you search Captain Xavier's Brick channel, you'll find my Lego channel. Yeah, I've been all over the place. I've been on the Discovery Channel. I've been on Vice News. I've done stuff. It's weird. I've toured Europe hunting zombies. It's great.
And sleeping in pup tents.
Yes, I slept in a tent in the backyard in Friesland. It was the best night's sleep I've had in about 3 years. It was so lovely and calming. I will be at Brick Cascade in May. Is that when Matt is? I think it's in May.
Sure.
Yeah, Brick Cascade's coming up. I don't know what I'm going to bring yet, but I am registered, so I'll be there. It'll be fun.
I don't think any of us go to Cascade. We should, and I would like to, but it's just do you, Jeff Van Winden? Do you go to Cascade?
I went last year for the first time.
Oh, that's right. You did. You took your castle.
No, I did not. I flew in an airplane. I did not take my castle.
It's a long way from where you are.
Yeah, it does. So I'm now interested in Brick Slopes in Utah, but I don't think I'll be able to get there this year.
Yep.
But I'd like to give
That's
that one
where
a
our
shot.
friend. Let's see. Wait. What is it? Is your light Aubrey, right? And Dark Side Aubrey that's her convention? Yeah. Okay.
Dark Side Aubrey.
Dark Side Aubrey.
Yeah, I've been looking into trying to get to Brick Slopes this year too, but looking at flight prices this morning actually, and I'm like, whoo,
Yeah.
maybe not.
Yeah, I was wanting to try and get there this year too, and I have a feeling after Chicago, my funds will probably be a little less than I wanted it to be.
Same here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Then I just found a leak in my basement, so that's also going to be entertaining.
Yay.
Yeah.
Which cat did it?
No, actually, I think it's the water line to the refrigerator is when I
Okay.
noticed it, and so I have to get somebody out here, and I'm afraid of what that's going to be.
Yep.
Because if it's what I think it's going to be, it means the pressure valve regulator in my house needs to be replaced, and that's like $1,500 to $1,800 to have them come out and do that. So, anyway,
Time to sell some space babies.
yeah. Well, no, I mean I do have some stuff I could sell, but not the space babies. Not the
You
Well,
might
you could sell
ransom some space babies.
You could sell some of the brown guys.
That's true.
Oh, you mean
Your poop army.
these?
Oh my gosh.
Good Lord, sir.
That is 10 by 10, by the way.
Nice.
So I just got into the mail today from our friend Bricking Brad. He shipped me 23, so that brings me now to 104, which I'm missing one. One of my cats came in my office, got up on my table, and batted one away. So at the moment, I only have 103, but there is 104 here somewhere. So
This
which means I need 7 more, and I'll be complete.
You know, if it was 101, I'd be expect you to show up in like I was gonna say your blue spacesuit in Chicago, but I was just thinking, 101 Dalmatians type thing. Show up in
101
a
spacemen.
coat full,
Yes.
coat full of brown minifigs.
Yeah.
Why do you need that certain number?
Because I keep building these little things, which are representations of original classic space sets. Which I just built this one yesterday.
Yeah.
And Chris, I don't know if you noticed it or not, but the back section does
Oh.
turn.
There you go. Do the wheels go up and down?
The wheels do go up and down.
That was one of my first classic space vehicles.
It's one of the best
That's what I
classic
still
space
want.
sets of all time.
The rocket arm does
Oh,
tip back.
I want to.
And I even have it set so that the top opens up so that the rocket can come out just the same way it did in the original. And I was very happy with the rocket section. Turned out pretty good.
I love it. I love it.
So, but to answer your question, Robert, that is why I've been collecting all the spacemen, because I got this, I don't know, wild hair at my ass that said, "Oh, I built a couple of classic space for babies. I need to build them all because that's what I do."
So you're like doing every single
Every
Every
classic space set. There were 74 sets. There were 111 figures, so I need 111 babies.
And now you need some paint to color code them properly.
Well, so I got an idea to throw at you guys. See what you think. I'm thinking that I take the Alpha 1 rocket base that I did in Space Baby, and I submit that to Ideas and Photoshop the space figures as white and red, just to see if they bite. And if it makes it to 10,000, people, we could get red and white space babies and a cool little space.
Do it.
Go
We also
for it.
need yellow.
Do it.
Well, I mean, baby steps, Captain Saber.
Literally.
Baby steps.
Don't say baby steps. That was a bad joke.
I could have asked you. I couldn't have put that out for you better for you to say something. So yeah, so I had this idea today that I think I'm going to actually submit it. I mean, worst push comes to shove, they come back and say, nope, we're not going to accept that into the option. otherwise, I'll be promoting to people with space just to see if I can get to 10,000 votes. So I'll give it a shot. Along with the building another, I think I'm up to 27. I'm at 29 out of the 74, so I'm not even halfway there. So I got to start churning out some sets, but a lot of them are little. So I think I'm just going to crack all those out, get them out of the way, and then like the Galaxy Commander and some of the bigger stuff. Then I get a little more time to work on those. So it's not too late to register for Brixton 6.
Yep,
Brixton
I'm going.
6.
So Chris, that's what I've been doing this week, in case you asked.
Well, I was about to just give you the rest of the screen, but since you went ahead and took your time, finish up, please. That's a lot of brown.
Isn't that hypnotic? It's
Looking
like a wave
bronzy
of
too.
chocolate something or other. I don't know.
I'm upset that all the radios are not exactly in the same spot for each.
Well, that way nobody's going to come back and tell me that I photoshopped it, because I obviously just did a copy and paste 10 times over, and the internet.
But how many
Yeah, yeah.
channels do they have for all those baby monitors? That's what I'm wondering.
I don't know. They're just doing one party line. It's just one party line. That's all it is. That's all it
Which
is.
blue baby is crying today?
Oh, and then so I haven't posted this yet. This will get posted tomorrow, but it's the ground transport. This was one of my favorite little sets.
Yep.
I'm all about the fat tires.
Have you gotten to the crater crawler? Have you gotten to that year yet?
This is a little guy here.
Yeah.
And I even did it so that the rocket chair pops off.
Nice.
I actually worked with Entertainingly Lame, whose name is, by the way, Ryan. Shout out to Ryan.
Hello,
Out of
Ryan.
New Zealand. He and I actually went back and forth, and he and I talked about this before I was doing it. So I got a little input and collaboration with Ryan. So
Cool.
international space friends. It's what I'm all about. International space friends.
Yep. Ryan's a great builder too. I've seen
yeah.
his stuff.
He's
It's
got a
really
really good baby size 10497. It's bellissimo. It is like yellow cake with chocolate frosting.
It's summer. It's summertime over there in Alabama right now. So
Beta, you still have a few days. You need to build like a big Easter bunny and just have little chocolate, classic space figs falling around them or coming out of the basket or something.
That would be clever. But that would take away from me building sets, and I've got 2 months. I know. I'm failing.
we still tolerate. I mean, like you.
Yeah, I know.
So
Notice I share less and less with you guys in the private chat anymore, right?
That's right. By the way, I am redoing a little bit of this remodel of the Starfleet Voyager, which is my favorite classic spaceship. Is this? So this is one I did before, but I'm kind of smoothing it out a little more. So there it is right there. So I kind of wanted to make it all curvy a little more. So I'm just kind of smoothing it out just a tad.
It's very rounded compared to the original. I like it. I actually like it better.
Very svelte.
The Svelte, yeah. So I'm going in and looking at all the really bad snot job that I did on the wings and stuff. Going, I got to rip that all apart to get that part out of there and do it better. So, this is a mix of old and new grays, and that part of me is like, I need to go rip it all apart and put new grays in. But then a part of me is like, absolutely not. It is what it is.
It's there now. Keep it there.
That's right. Yeah.
It gives
We have a mix of old and new gray bricks here. So
There you go. That's right.
That's very true.
But there's the cargo pod on it, by the way.
Very nice.
It's got 2 little refrigerators. It's this whole big pod for 2 little refrigerators on the side there. So, which is the classic space way. They make this big thing, and then all there's is these 2 little pods in there. So,
Just want to announce, I'm looking at the Bricks in the Six list of people who are coming. Cody is actually registered to come, which is awesome.
That's cool.
And Abner will be at this event as well.
Abner.
Can I tell you, we've got to have Abner at Atlanta Brick Convention, because it's not an official convention until Abner shows up. So
that is correct. It may feel like it's a real brick convention, but it's not until Abner makes a presence.
Nathan is also coming. Proud love.
Nathan Brown. Oh, really?
Proudlove.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's only a few hours. He's only 6 hours away. So
I don't know how far things are in Canada, and it's all in metric, so I don't know.
Dave Cowdice will be there.
Cool.
He should be. He's in your backyard, isn't he?
He's closer to the event than I am.
I was
so.
going to say.
Anyways, I'll stop now.
I'll be right back. The dog needs me. I'll be back.
The dog needs him. The dog needs him.
We'll
And
sit
it's
in
his Christmas.
silence until he comes back.
We could. I was actually like, do we have that uncomfortable silence for a little bit while Chris is gone? I don't know. Maybe yes. Maybe no. I will tell. We can play some music. We can do their intro again. No, we won't do that.
Oh, yeah. Just keep repeating the intro until he comes back.
Yeah.
This Dana, hey Dana, you could pop up a picture of a failed lunar walk rover.
Are you suggesting that I self-inflict myself on a floppy rover? Is that what you're trying to say?
I don't know. I mean, I don't usually say anything about your floppy rover.
Hey, you brought my rover into this situation, so I don't know about that. But I don't know.
So you're done buying space. Oh no, you said you still had like 10 more space babies away ish.
Like 7?
And does that include the ones you're returning?
That is not. No, I still have the ones that I need to return, which 4 to Meredith, 4 to Chris, and 2 to Abby.
They're not in the count for your 100.
They are not in the count. They are not.
Okay, good.
They are free and clear and separate from everything else. What is this? I'm actually scared to bring this into the room without Chris here, but sure, let's go ahead and do this. Let's see.
Fools! Hello.
I feel that this is where I need to bring up the banner that says Jeff, but I don't know where it is because I don't do the banner thing. Oh, there I found the floppy rover.
We could not. All right. That's great.
I know. Oh, wait, here it is. Here it is. Not that you can see it. I don't know.
I mean, that's okay. I like that as long as it's not the 30-minute, Jeff for 500, and it's like, yeah, okay, we get it. There's 2 Jeffs now instead of 1. You're funny.
What's up with you, Mr. McAwee?
Not a whole lot. I was looking at my Lego stuff and was like, man, I should do something with this.
Oh crap! We grew an extra Jeff.
See it? Here it comes.
There it is. There it is.
Everybody's getting vibes in this classic.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Jeff, you've been hitting the hardcore action figure photography lately.
I have. Tornerd, as we all know affectionately, has been my action figure photography guru. So he's been helping me along with that journey, and it's a really fun journey lately. So,
but you have tossed your Lego to the side like a redheaded stepchild, and I feel I
haven't.
Feel your Lego. I feel for it.
I haven't. I haven't. So like, part of getting the room together, as it were, is it's taken this long. I've got the action figure room, and then I've got the Lego/game room because I'm spoiled. And I was going through my action figure room and was like, okay, there's Lego in here for some reason. I'll just start, slowly but surely, picking that up and putting it somewhere, right? Like, no problem. And what happened was that I found this big washing machine box, like the cardboard boxes. And
it had Lego in it that you forgot you had?
Yeah, so I just started tossing it all in there, right? So, like, no problem. Got this under control. I'm the man. The box is now overflowing, and I can't lift it to move it across the house, so I'm just like, well, this is where you live now, I guess. Enjoy.
Classic McAwee. Classic.
Yeah. But this is currently my Lego table. What did that save to? 1 second. I have the Lego table set up that my father-in-law built for me, and it's wonderful and beautiful. And people are like, "Wow, that's a really nice table." And I'm like, "Yeah, it sure is." And it's currently just a shelf. It's holding a whole bunch of stuff. I feel really bad, but on the other hand, I'm like, who didn't see this coming?
I sure didn't.
So it sucks. I'll show you a picture there. I'm gonna try my. Actually, I can do the whole share screen thing. Present. Maybe. I don't know how to do this anymore. It's fine.
It's all
There we
fine.
It's all fine.
This is fantastic TV.
All right, so there we go. I'm going to share this, and this is I'm going to close this a little because that's my wife and I talking very coarsely. But I've got the shared screen of what my Lego table looks like right now.
I will be honest. I'm glad I have a preview before I hit.
Yeah. I closed it out. Yeah, I closed it out. I'm a good boy. So like, that's it right now. Like as you can see, that's a Batman that's worth way too much money that I just have sitting there. That's the box to a Super 7 Transformer I bought for my wife. That's Optimus Prime. And everything else is Lego. And I'm just like, okay, I got all the stuff that was on the table in the game room on the Lego table now. Well, that's life. And I just keep going. So, yeah.
Okay. That looks like the my room, just not what's in the camera view. So that's all good.
Yeah, it's. And then there's like multiple like plastic drawers and like it's not a good situation. Like the Lego used to be confined as much as I thought, and well, it's not. Like there's bags of bulk on my like living room coffee table that I'm like, where the hell did these come from? How did this even happen?
It's because you have a significant other who finds things and tries to put it someplace where you'll find it. It's because she doesn't know what to do with it either.
That's fair. I mean, I've tried like selling some of it and getting rid of it, and then it's just like, why would I sell this when I could use it for builds later? And it's like Aunt May from the Daily Bugle. When the hell am I ever going to use an Aunt May from the Daily Bugle? But can I sell it? Nah, I can't sell that. Or like random airport worker. Nah, I gotta keep him for that airport I'm never gonna build.
I get it.
So now I'm doing that with action figures. So it's even more of a mess, and it's great.
Living the dream.
Living the dream.
Nightmare dream. Sure, why not?
I gotta go put Nat to bed. So
Good night, Natalie. Sleep well.
Good
Good
night.
night.
I
We
was
will.
leaving, but I
We'll
can't
see you next week because we will be in Louisville, right? Not Louisville.
Oh,
Louisville. As
That's
our
how I
practice, it's our practice run for Brick World Camp Grandma and Grandpa.
Oh, fun. That sounds awesome.
the dry run.
Well, I want to go. I
Good night,
can't
Matt.
go to Brick World, so I want to go to Cram. Anyway.
Well,
Bye.
apparently there's the Louisville Slugger Museum, the Art Museum, the Science Museum, and making cookies several days with Grams. That's what Camp Grams and Grandpa Dave is going to be like during Brick World. In case you're on the edge, you don't know where to go to. Camp Grams and Grandpa Dave is an option.
There we
There's
go.
always the NyQuil option.
They no longer put alcohol in NyQuil.
Tylenol PM. That's what you need.
You can't crush that up and give it to a kid, though. I mean, you can. I just, however you wish to be your parent, you be your parent, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Oh, okay.
Well,
So I just cracked a Lego piece deep inside. Like I can just see the bottom of it, and I pulled a part off, and it cracked the piece it was attached to.
Always a problem when it breaks off deep inside, Chris.
That is something I'm not going to respond to. And
I'm talking about Lego pieces. I don't know
of
what.
course you are.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it's also very load bearing too. So I'm gonna have to slip that back in. And
So, Captain Xavier, how's it going, man? I haven't talked to you in a while.
How about them Brooklyn Dodgers? Are they bums or what?
They're bums. Cap, you're getting ready for a big trip to Delaware, aren't you? Not Delaware. Somewhere else. Where are you going?
Me? I'm going to Baltimore.
There it is. It's almost the same.
It's almost the same.
I just got back from Grove City and Pittsburgh.
How was that?
It was awesome. The thunderstorm they said was going to show up never really showed up, and so we did not get rained out, and we hunted zombies, and it was lovely.
Did you get a Philly cheesesteak or a Pittsburgh cheesesteak?
I did not know.
Oh,
No, I did have barbecue though, which was quite delicious.
it's not the same.
No.
Can you have good barbecue north of like Virginia? I mean, is that possible?
I've yet to have good barbecue south of the Mason-Dixie line.
Oh, don't you start. No. Let me guess. Your barbecue comes pre-sauced and no smoke. We're gonna have
I don't. The only barbecue that I eat up here is like the closest thing I have to barbecue up here is teriyaki. I don't trust the barbecue in the Pacific Northwest.
I mean, that's
I've
fair.
had too much barbecue in Texas and Kansas and North Carolina to even consider getting barbecue up here.
You
Wait
know
a
all
minute.
those things were south of where you were talking, so I just
Texas? Really? Not good barbecue in Texas?
there's
No,
great barbecue in
I
Texas.
was, in fact, being facetious. I have had
Oh,
amazing
okay.
barbecue in the
Okay.
South.
Okay.
I don't trust the barbecue north anymore because I've had too much good barbecue in the South.
Okay,
Jeff,
hang
no,
on.
I
Let me
had
call
when I
my
went to
boys, and
Georgia.
I'd already sent them to your house. Hang on.
Yeah, they were fighting words, and they were made on purpose. And I retract them. Your barbecue was magnificent. I love that you all fight over it so much. Like the Kansas folk thinks theirs is the best. The Texans think theirs is the best. The Georgians think theirs is the best. And
No,
you're all
actually,
correct.
in Georgia, we don't think ours is the best, but we just
No?
borrow everybody else's and think it's good.
Oh, I see. I see. Maybe that's why I couldn't get any when I was in Georgia. No, we had chicken in Georgia. That's what we had in Georgia. Fried chicken.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Tennessee has a good barbecue. So does North Carolina.
Yes.
But yeah, I've had the barbecue in North Carolina. Never been to Tennessee though, so I'll have to put that one on the list.
It's pretty groovy.
Have you ever had Alabama, where you get the white barbecue sauce in Alabama? It is quite good.
I have not. No, I've not been to Alabama yet.
It is
You're not missing
mayonnaise-based
much.
barbecue sauce. But
We
so
have divulged into food.
have you ever? I don't know you guys in Atlanta area. Well, that's just me and Dana now. But anyway,
Aubrey.
in it, there's in Aubrey. That's right. Fox Brothers Barbecue down in Little 5 Points is really, really good Texas barbecue, like super good Texas barbecue. So
I'm actually surprised that you went as long as you have without having had Fox Brothers barbecue.
see, when I get if I go to Little 5 Points, I'm in the vortex, man, because those are good burgers. And
I
so-
understand, but Fox Brothers does like catering, so that's. I mean, I think I've even had I probably had Fox Brothers catered more places than actually going to a Fox Brothers. So
Are you suggesting that Chris just orders catering from this place one day and just has it delivered to his house and he's like, all right.
there's not a bad part of that whole idea.
No, catering's usually cheaper by the pound. So
I
yeah,
mean, you're not wrong. It's
Yeah, usually. Maybe we need to do a Fox Brothers peach lug meeting.
well, I just a side note for the lug. I thought about we did meet in that one restaurant, and it was kind of weird because it looked like Mexican and it was actually Indian, and that was weird. But anyway, we'll do it again now that I know. But like if we had a peach lug meeting at like an arcade or like the adult pinball arcades, pay one price at the door and you can pinball all day or whatever,
Right.
something like that, or a really good barbecue joint would be really fun. So
you should road trip up to New Hampshire and go to the arcade there and have your lug meeting there.
New Hampshire, that's a day trip. That's a day
we
trip.
actually have a really good arcade here in Kennesaw, Pinball Porthole. So it is really good. I went there the other day to test it out. We were going to think about having an event there, so I needed to go research. So I got that was business expense.
Was this along the same lines as your VR experience?
No, I got invited to that. Now,
Okay.
I mean, that was for me to come see their product. I do have the strawberry as big as a $50 bill on my knee from where I fell down, so that's okay.
There you go.
There's a arcade here in Oklahoma City that you have to you pay $15. You can play games as much as you want, but you also have to have a 2-drink minimum. So during the time that I was not sober and Emily is sober, she doesn't drink at all. She was like, okay, well, I'll get my 2 drinks and you just tell me what you want. So, when you're 4 heavy drinks in, so I was like, I'll just have one, Long Island iced teas, it'll be fine. And you're playing the Simpsons arcade game, and you're screaming, "You son of a bitch, Homer! Do what I tell you to!" It's not a good time.
It de-evolved quickly, I'm sure.
About the second drink is when things started getting sketchy.
Well, when you were drinking Long Island's, that's pretty much how it works.
Yeah.
That's how it works. This doesn't taste like tea at all.
Oh,
So,
it tastes
what
better.
do
Wow.
you guys think?
Exactly.
What do you guys think about all the rumors that have been dropping this week for new
Oh,
sets?
you know what? That is an Meredith kind of sub did that, but wait a minute. First, we talk about let's look at Captain Xavier's island here. This is cool.
Speaking of impending pirate stuff,
Yeah,
Captain Redbeard bathing in gold.
don't
There you
sneeze.
go.
That was
I
awesome.
actually think I have a Scrooge McDuck around here somewhere.
I mean, you didn't make him naked. That would have been funnier.
I could have.
Chris, this is a kid's show.
No, it wasn't. No, it's not. Not anymore.
So the rumor mill, because we can talk about these things, we just can't show pictures of it. But the rumor mill is that the GWP for May the 4th is going to be a 128-piece Death Star. I'm not excited, but then again,
You're not an ambassador anymore. You can show pictures.
oh no, I know, but I mean, just in
289
general,
piece,
to be
actually.
safe for not getting Lego banned in one way, shape, or form. You don't want to show pictures.
I don't know what that means.
Just a beard match the carpet. And moving along.
There's
So
also
GWPs for May the 4th have been like, they're hit or miss. It's like it's a poly bag and people are all excited about it, or it's a brick built something and people are like, eh. So it's no surprise that we're getting a brick built Death Star, and we just should get it, accept it, and move on for next year. That's my opinion.
there's also a rumor of Marvel Series 2 minifigures coming in.
Yes.
Oh, that'll be
new
cool.
Yes.
Remake of the Eldorado Fortress.
Oh,
Yes.
I saw that rumor, and I had to make sure it was not the April the 1st. So.
Yeah,
Well, the problem is that a lot of the new rumors or the new set rumors came out on April 1st because it just so happens to be that it's the first of the month, and that's when things start leaking out. But I'm pretty sure that most of the ones are accurate that are coming out because they
I don't
make
even-
sense and
What's
they
even
fall in
happening?
line with everything else that's going on.
are we getting more space, or is that done?
no. Intense is talking about the classic castle Magisto gift with purchase.
Oh,
Yeah,
So another castle gift with purchase.
another castle gift with purchase.
I'm sure that Captain Xavier will really appreciate it, and then you'll have 300 of those.
That is correct. Yes.
But they're supposed to be sometime in April, but they haven't said when. But we're getting another GWP, which is a botanical flower thing that's later this month.
Great.
It looks like this smooth pineapple weird. It's an oddball looking thing.
It,
so.
it does, which I'm sure that it will go for crazy things on the aftermarket. So
You know what I would say will never ever happen as like a planned thing. Like marijuana is cool for the most part in every country except for like the ones where you get killed for speaking out or being a woman.
move
So, like,
along,
if we
keep
could
it
just
going.
get, like,
Don't-
a pot
don't
leaf
get
Out of
don't
Lego,
get me right.
that'd be great. And like give him like a little guy with a bandana and like like a van maybe. That'd be great.
The Houses of the World set sold out with it over the weekend as well.
Really?
The one with the really high gift of purchase.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but the first one was like nobody wanted it, right? I mean,
No, the first one was it sold out fairly quickly too. I
Did
think
it?
they brought it back for a second round.
Yeah, they did, but it didn't sell out as fast as this one did. But I think
Okay.
people, once they already had the first one, they're like, "Oh, I
Yeah.
want to have the second one," so they just did
Yeah.
that. But that was a $250.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've got one coming because, by the way, 74 mosaic base plates is $250.12.
Um,
Yes, I know exactly how many base plates it takes to get that particular GWP.
That's fantastic.
and for the record, $330 Canadian was the purchase price. Which I'm sorry, anything over $300 is like what?
Yeah, which I don't. I mean, I get that there's a U.S. Canadian whatever, but
Mhm.
they still rape you guys on the price of things in comparison.
When you look at the prices given with conversion, it's fairly close. Usually
Is
within
it?
$5 or $10. Yeah. There's only a few sets that I've seen that are a better deal in the States.
But I mean, for the
the-
GWP though, I mean, is 250 American the equivalent to?
It's about 327 or something like that, or 3. It's close.
Okay,
I
so it
think
was.
that- yeah.
So it was.
It is close. It's just to me, 250 American is too high even for a gift.
Oh,
with
trust me,
purchase.
no, it was ridiculous. If it wasn't for the fact that I already needed those base plates anyway, I was all
Yeah.
over it. So okay, so the flower pot's going to be 150.
There
All
you
right, that's
go.
cool.
Hey, now he's naked.
There you go.
Now he's
All
naked.
right.
Just
Yeah.
need a
He's
rubber
got
ducky
swimming
now.
trunks on, but you can't see him.
That's right. He needs a duck.
He does need a duck. Allow me to acquire a duck.
Go get a duck.
There you go.
But we got some cool new Star Wars sets that are rumored to be coming out.
A new ghost. I'm excited about a new ghost.
Yeah, a new Ghost
Yeah.
New
So
Ghost.
excited about that one.
with new
Okay,
figures,
okay,
and,
okay.
and I think it's going to be a direct tie-in with the Ahsoka series, which is
Yeah.
Considering what
Yeah.
figures are on board, it does not have. It does not have what's the face. It's got Jason the Sun.
it's got
So
Jason's son.
Which does anybody know the tie-in for that? Jason, where was he originally?
that was
Wasn't
one of the
he
kids.
supposed to be Han and
Han and
Leia's
Leia's kids
son?
in the Timothy Zahn series, yes,
Yeah.
which is what this series of Ahsoka and Mandalorian is based on. They're
Yeah.
kind of redoing that
Yeah, they're-
series, only different characters.
Yeah.
How can we do
all
this?
that,
How can we do this story without paying Timothy Zahn? Aha! We'll use new characters in the same plot.
Well,
I mean, no.
which that's basically what Dave Filoni and John Favreau have been doing, is basically taking all the things that got wiped during the purge and
Yeah, I
bringing
know.
them back and making them canon again, which
That's
we should
awesome.
thank them every time we see them. So
yeah.
Yes, but Dave Filoni's hat is now Star Wars canon. I don't know
Oh,
if
it
you
is.
know that or not.
it is. It's had. Yeah. It's good stuff.
What up?
So we're getting the Ghost. We're getting Ahsoka, a ship for Ahsoka.
Yep.
We're getting. We already knew we were getting some sort of Mandalorian fighter with a TIE interceptor, even though the figures are blah. But I was excited to hear the new rumor of that we're getting a Republic destroyer,
Yep.
which I'm really excited for, and it's a UCS size, so that's going to be cool. I'm really.
And Avengers Tower, I guess will be
And
the
Avengers
next.
Tower.
Although I don't know how they're going to pull that one off because it has to be really tall to make it look right. I think.
Well, one would assume it's going to be the same height as probably the Daily Bugle,
Billy Bugle, yeah,
which is only what 4 or 5 stories.
it's got Scrooge in it. too.
I found a duck.
Oh,
He should be diving in with him. You know,
not the duck I was thinking of.
this is
Yeah,
not
it's
the
quicker.
This is not the duck you were thinking.
Yeah.
What we should say? What the duck?
What the?
Oh, hey! That was for Jeff to do. So
Sorry, I'll let Aubrey have it. Another new Disney castle too, apparently.
Yeah. Oh, yes. And it's supposed to include different versions of princesses and princes.
Yes, you're looking at the Instagram
Oh.
post too, aren't you?
No, I'm not. I just remembered that I remember that from the Instagram post.
What about Indiana Jones? Are we one and done with that, or are we going to get more?
Still too soon. Still too soon.
got to see what the box. They've got the sets. Then the movie's going to come out, and
Yeah.
then if they don't come out, Johnny Thunder somehow comes back again with these very intricate sets that used
Yeah.
to be. Indiana
No,
Jones.
I have a feeling we are definitely getting sets specifically for the movie once the movie
Yeah.
gets closer. But what I'm hoping is that they did save something to add to it, and it's not just the movie sets, but it could very well be just the movie sets. And for PC reasons, they're not giving us the Temple of
I know.
Doom. So,
Well, I mean, the temple, not temple. Yeah, the Temple of Lost Souls isn't called the Temple of Lost Souls simply because it has the word souls in it. So it's like, I'm not complaining. I dropped all of my money and was like, I'm going to buy these 3 sets. And then I did. And then I got yelled at. And we had a big discussion about finances. Not a big deal. But it's like I'm really hoping like we get another like caravan chase with an actual arc in the back of the truck as opposed to a treasure chest. That'd be nice.
yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, the little arc build in the Well of Souls or whatever looks pretty good. I mean, I kind of like it. So.
I wouldn't know it's sitting on a table right now because I don't build with my Lego. I just stack up boxes, apparently.
Oh well, good.
Yeah.
As it should be.
Yeah.
And it makes me really sad because, like, at one point in my life, I was very creative and very happy. But now I just come in here and I'm like, yep. And I close the door and leave. And then I go pose action figures. Hooray.
But they're still being creative, so don't be so down on yourself.
Yeah, I know. I'm not. I really do when they get back in the building. I just need a good kick in the ass, and I haven't had one yet. So,
But I kind of wanted the Temple of Doom, but I just wanted to get the Mola Ram whatever figure and put the heart tile that Lego makes in his hand.
Yes.
From the movie where he pulls the heart out of the guy. It was awesome.
Everybody wanted to do that. Yes,
Everybody wanted to do that.
But you know what? Now there is a question, and then maybe this is a topic for a different day. But is Lego being? I mean, Lego we know is PC in its ways, and that we've gotten yellow minifigures because they wanted to be inclusive, and that's obviously not inclusive anymore. Right. And they refused to make military weapons, so that's why they killed that sea spray plane. But yet they make Star Wars guns. And
Indiana Jones. They literally made Nazis.
Yes.
Yes, they did. But in the new Indiana Jones sets, Indiana Jones doesn't come with a revolver.
Interesting.
So how's he supposed to shoot the Nazis chasing him in that other set?
But the Star Wars sets still come with blasters.
Well, because blasters are fictional. Until somebody invents an absolute laser gun, I think we're okay.
You know what though? Isn't the intention still just as bad as the representation?
I mean, they also made things like the Red Baron's plane and the Stopwatch Camel. Those were war toys.
Oh yeah. I mean it's all about money, but I mean, is that the answer for Lego? Is it if someone's throwing them a bunch of money, they'll be willing to?
Yeah, I think the justification is that they're in space, and we can't do that right now.
I mean, that's fair. Even the Batman sets were a 1%.
Just not,
Where a 1%er dresses up as a vigilante to beat down the poverty-stricken and the poor. That's okay. But Indiana Jones with a gun, nah.
Or the psycho killer Riddler. Hey, let's make a minifig out of him.
He even comes with the tool. I love it. He's sitting in the
class. That's true. But
then we're gonna hand kids spring-loaded darts on their toys, but we don't want to do anything military because people will think violence and guns. I don't know.
It just warning. They put a little warning. Don't shoot that in your eye. They should have done that for that little kid that supposedly shot a dart down his throat with a Boba Fett rocket. But
no, it was Battlestar Galactica.
Well, yeah, but they killed the whole Boba Fett. Yeah,
no, I know.
It was a Cylon Raider or a Viper that he did. You're right. But again, but again, Lego is very wishy-washy on which direction it decides to go.
Well, I mean, look at it. Like Indiana Jones and Batman, for some reason, are viewed as realistic. Because we all know about that archaeologist who saved the world several times and fought Nazis, and we all know that guy that's in Gotham City, a totally real city, that's fighting the mentally incompetent, and rather than easing them through their issues, he beats the crap out of them. So those things are real. Star Wars totally fake.
So that's why Rocket Raccoon gets a BFG for every figure that or every time he's made as a figure, because it's a raccoon with a gun in space.
But he built his own gun.
He built his own gun. It could be set to stun, Dana. It could be.
And some of them the props for those in the movies were actually painted Nerf blasters.
Which is very common practice. I mean, they did that all through.
Yeah, it's common practice for B-level straight to DVD. It's not common practice for Marvel.
And Star Trek Voyager and Star Trek Deep Space Nine, sir.
And also
Stargate.
One of the best sci-fi shows of all time.
Well, remember we were reviewing the sets, the Jurassic Park sets and the Indiana Jones sets, and we noted how many people horrifically died in each set, in the movies and stuff. And basically all of them, there was somebody in the set who died in a horrific way just for the kids to enjoy for Christmas.
Well, that's like the Lego City sets. How many police stations and fire stations does this damn town need? How dangerous is Lego City?
Well, that's
and then they had the one base that had the comedic dynamite on the top, which I thought was hilarious.
No,
they got rid of that.
You can't do that. No.
But the thing is, though, I mean,
we're old.
First responder sets will always be popular because they want to encourage kids to be first responders.
Ugh.
There is also
Or-
the Lego
or
line
buy
they
Lego.
did that was an active genocide. So I mean, that was a fun one.
Do tell.
I
The
don't
Wild
remember.
West sets. The Wild West.
Oh,
You
Jesus.
know, when we were wiping out the Native Americans, they made a whole toy line of that.
I mean, just because there's a cavalry doesn't mean that. Oh, no.
Yes, it does.
No, that's
It means
exactly what that means. Or what about the Islander sets? You guys want some germs?
But you know what, though? All the minifigures were yellow, so it didn't matter.
Or the
Uh,
Vikings. The Vikings were nice, friendly Vikings.
Oh,
They were.
They weren't pillaging and doing the other thing at all.
Not at all.
Nope.
So again, I throw out the question that Lego is very wishy-washy on what it will and won't do, and it doesn't make
Yeah.
any sense. So
Yeah, I imagine it varied. I mean, it's varied through time too, because
well, but this is
originally
it.
they made the yellow castle yellow just so you wouldn't have enough gray parts to build a tank.
Right.
2 years
And
later.
then the very next year, all the castles are gray. But they made them with large wall panels, so you couldn't make a tank out of them unless you wanted a tank with crenellated windows.
I mean,
But then they started making more and more spaceships in gray, so you eventually got the pieces that you needed. You just
Yeah,
had to,
exactly.
you had
And
to
then-
cross the streams to build your tank. So
way to
Yeah.
go, Lego Space.
And the early castle line included Crusaders, so they changed the name of that recently to Lion Knights, and well done, well done.
There was also a Lego set that was a parade, but it was like where I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that historical analysis of what has to be going down with these knights. You're like, yeah, that's a raid.
I was like, that's a. In my mind, like the guy pulling the cart and the thing that looked like a minifigure in the back was like, that's a funeral pursuit. Okay, yep, that's what's happening right now.
But you're right, Captain Xavier, that the fact that they have changed over time, but even changing over time, they're still wishy-washy. I mean,
yeah,
while
very inconsistent.
yeah,
They're very inconsistent.
they're trying to make changes, but they're still inconsistent with their changes. So
Well, I mean,
I see what you're saying. It's like they don't want to do military, but it's like literally called Star Wars.
exactly,
It's right there in the name.
exactly.
if everybody just liked Star Trek more, this wouldn't be an issue. We'd have
See, there you go.
Enterprises
Right.
and Deep Space
Except for all the bad guys.
Yeah,
and-
because we have all those warm and fuzzy Klingons and Romulans running
Yeah,
around.
but
That's okay. They're allowed to die.
wasn't Star Trek somebody else snagged the licensing?
Yeah, Mega
yeah.
Constructs and
Mega Constructs.
What? Who
Well,
else?
Mega Bloks had Lord of the Rings first too, but
Yeah, they did. Oh, damn it! It's the
Well-
other Danish toy one. They did a whole bunch of stuff. Playmobil. Playmobil's the one that has Star Trek right now. Sorry.
In the South, we call that Playmobil. Thank you very much. So
Actually, everywhere we call it Playmobil. I think Jeff's the only one that says Playmobile. Just saying.
I,
Whatever. I'm right. You guys are all wrong.
I didn't even realize what he was talking about.
Yeah, Playmobil made like some awesome like an Enterprise. It's like $400, but it's like light up and you can fit all the figures in it. They came out with a Klingon Bird of Prey. My dad spent $300 on a Mega Constructs Enterprise. It's basically a UCS set. He got yelled at
I
a
think
lot
I
for
have
that.
2 different Enterprises from off-brands in drawers here somewhere.
Yeah, so does my pop. He's got the one from the movie, and he's got the classic UCS one that I just mentioned.
And I don't know where they came from.
And
I
he's
think
got a
they
Bird
did
of
show up.
Prey. The Bird of Prey came from the movie, and I remember buying it for $5 in box sealed at a garage sale. I was like, yeah, I'll just send this to him, and he was happy as hell.
I remember trying to build a Blacktron Bird of Prey using the panels from the base.
Yeah. How'd that go?
It worked out pretty good. You know,
Yeah.
at least I thought it was good when I was 10. So
Did you paint the HMS Bounty on the side of it?
I did not. No,
Oh.
by the way, if you ever go to a 5 and Below store, you need to go in there and find the SpongeBob Lego-ish and the GI Joe stuff, and it is the worst, really, really, really bad knockoff Lego, and it looks
Yes.
really nice on the box, but apparently what's inside looks nothing like the. It's horrible. So
And I bought the big Cobra jet, the Rattler, because I recently got into GI Joe with the classified series and everything else, and that's more money going down the drain. Regardless, I got the Rattler, and I was like, all right. And then I like tried putting pieces together, and the clutch was like, nah, fam, we're not home. Don't even bother. I was like, okay, and got like
That was
halfway
weird.
done with it. Slightly nudged it, and everything just like made the horrible noise of like Lego falling apart. And I was like, well, so I got a dustpan and a broom and threw it all away.
There you
That
go.
That is the problem with compatible brick companies. They do not have the same quality standards. That is a sad reality.
None at
Yep.
all.
We've all been there. We've all tried it. We all thought it would be neat, and then we went, "Oh, this was a horrible idea."
I found a few that weren't too bad, but a lot of them are, yeah.
It's spotty. It's hit or miss.
It's not a good time.
No, it's not. There's an analogy to being in college, and we're just not going to go there.
I don't know. That may be where we stop. All right. All right.
I was trying to see how far I could push Chris before he said, "Good night, folks."
I was looking for a stinking piece, but now I'm like, I got to shut up, Dana. So that's good. Thank y'all for hanging out with us tonight. We appreciate it. It's good to see Jeff and the other Jeff and all the Jeffs and everybody else showing up here. Have a great night, everybody. Build awesome, be awesome. Good night, everybody.